Good gaming, ladies and gentlemen, dwarves and dwarves. My name's Nider, and today we're gonna watch some new plays cEDH. In today's game, we have a Girl Nights Out. Thank you to StellaLee for the name. We're gonna have a. I just realized that the banner is wrong. We're gonna have two SisayWtlCpt Magda and StellaLee. So we're gonna have a really four ladies commander. I would like to thank the CLG, the cEDH League of Gentlemen. This was week 3. So mulligans are done. First draw, asking for pre-game action. And we've got a Leyline of the Guild Pack coming in for the SisayWtlCpt. Lucky guy, he won't have to think about his colors anymore. The funny thing is that now all the permanents are all colors, which will come in handy later on. Magda player starts, Mountain. So my apologies, I still have a small cold, so you might hear me wheeze or sniffle. Jewel Lotus into Magda. I have learned never play your commander as a third spell. Mind Brick Trap is a thing. Tap a land for a Bloodfire Dwarf. Starting well, 2 dwarfs on turn 1. Passes the turn. StellaLee fetches and passes the turn. So the second Sisay, land and Lotus Petal. Kind of slow start. That's what we usually call fair magic. Nobody doing any major shenanigans. So a fetch. So with Leyline you can tap it for green and cast Noble Hierarch. With that he passes. Untap, upkeep draws. Volatile Vault, which is a nice handy treasure maker. Surprisingly, this will make a secret treasure. Swing boats at the Sisay player, one of the Sisay player. Create 2 treasures, and he passes. StellaLee plays Volcanic. Now they're all pointing at me, of course, like, got 2 dwarfs, gonna make some treasure. I could actually get to 5 on turn 2. Turn 5 doesn't mean a win, but it could mean that I do some crazy shenanigans just to stop them. Land and pass. Okay. So the first Sisay left-hand one, land, petal, crack for a color and cast Sisay. Second land for the second Sisay, it gets an Hoko, and then I go and I say, oh god damn. Of course, Sisay Hoko will target Magda. Magda gets Hulkerized. And then I'm like, yeah, sure, I need to figure a way to kill Sisay or whatever, do something with it. Taps for 2. Use a treasure. Cast a Jeska's Will. Jeska's Will for 6. 6 or 7. I believe it's 6. But it is a good turn 2 play. So I decided to go with a somewhat more turbo play. Turbo deck. We are in a mid-range hell right now. So you either try to outpace them or you try to get some values before the stacks come in. Tap 1 for a Mana Vault, use 1 for a Mana Vault. Tap 1 to Abrade Magda. Try to send her back into the command zone. At this point in my head I was thinking I want to cast back Magda. And then rethinking about it, I should have just killed the Oko, but then again, Oko did the damage on my side. And then woof. So Jeskai is into Professional Facebreaker, Universal Automaton, Mindbreak Trap. So with a Universal Automaton, I was Magda and 4 treasure away from going nuclear. Attack Oko for 1. I should just have attacked one of the player to get a treasure. That's for 2 for Born Upon a Wind. At this point, you only want to draw a card. Play a Common Tower. And I believe we're talking about, oh god, Dockside in hand. Give me a talk around the table. Getaxian Probe on the Sisay player. And that's when he shares. Yeah, sure. Leyline of the Guild Pack in hand. Dockside in hand. That's gonna be a harsh one. Oh god, Triferi. I saw Triferi use Sisay to hit Oko and pass. He will, of course, Hulkerize the Sisay. Point. 1, 2, 3 for a heuristic study. And after that, he passes. Untap, upkeep, draw. So Professional Facebreaker goes to Sisay, Bloodfire Dwarf goes to another Sisay, makes 2 treasure, and I pass. And I realize, oops, they should not have untapped. Lightning Bolt on Oko. Ristix triggers, pays for it. Oko is gone. Oko did his job, killed 2 commander back to back. Of course, having any creature on the board while an Oko is present is dangerous. Plays a Chrome Mox. He will imprint Shattered Skull. Well, okay, so he wanted to put Shattered Skull under his Chrome Mox. We had a discussion that Shattered Skull is a land, so we could not. But then again, the face up of Shattered Skull is the sorcery, so you can imprint it under the Chrome Mox. Instead, ships Cyclonic Rift under these Chrome Mox. Use Shattered Skull to come into play. Page 3 for StellaLee. Setting up his next turn play. Just realized the turn number is incorrect. So first, Sisay taps for 4 for his home leyline and passes. Well, swings for 3 and then passes. Everybody's pointed on my side. I am not always the threat on the table. Plays a land, Noble Monarch and 3 for Sisay. It is kind of a slower game. At end of turn, Zoyo was Justice my mana vault. Reason? No card in hand, cannot do nothing, Mana Vault is gonna ping me again for 1. So at this point I'm just trying to find a way to 1, get rid of the damage, 2, get something that might be useful. I don't know, maybe a mana rock or an extra dwarf or something. So Mana Crypt gets shuffled, Mana Vault gets shuffled. You see, we still have the habits of online play of keeping the library on camera, keeping our hands on the table. Give my deck for it to be split. Mox Opal. Kind of good, kind of a super good flip. It's not helping me going forward, but giving me a Mox Opal. Giving me my 4th mana for Magda. Then I go to my turn and tap. Draw a card. Go to combat. Split again, making sure I can make 2 treasures. Make 2, and I pass. StellaLee goes to combat. Swings at Sisay. Passes the turn. Dockside. And then at this point I'm thinking, would it matter with Sisay alkarized? Does it matter? And I said, nope, make 9 treasure. Go ahead, have some fun. And we see that he doesn't have any answer yet on what to do with Sisay. Goes for Esper Sentinel. Taps for 3 green. Tries to Sky Turtle the Hulk. And in answer, the second Sisay casts Silence, just to be sure that he doesn't combo off on this turn. Untap, brings the Hulk back to the hand, passes the turn because I cannot cast anything anymore. And he passes. Untap. Untap a Peep draws. He technically has 5 mana now. Mystic Remora. As if he didn't have to draw enough yet. We'll pay for the Esper. Tap 2 for Lavinia. So Lavinia kind of blocks the Sisay player from doing, the Magda player from doing anything. Thankfully I can cast Magda, if I've got something to do with her. Plays a Fomor Revolt. Fomor Revolt, any artifact deck needs that card. It's actually busted. Taps for 3, activate Fomor Revolt. Discard a Sculpting Steel. And I'm gonna go check my top 5 and put 1 in hand. You don't show the card. You don't have to say whatever you got or any information. It's incredible. Tap, go to combat, make a treasure, and I pass. We're actually up to turn 6 now, not 4. StellaLee taps for 3. get a Wheel of Fortune, and I'm like, oh god, no Guardian in. Sure, give me 7 cards. Triggers. Everybody draws. I REB Sisay because she's all color. And then and they say, sure, I draw. You should go and draw. And then he asked me, Flusterstorm, arguing that I could use my treasure. And I'm like, Sisay is a problem. So I will actually pay for the tree Flusterstorm, and I will kill the Sisay. Then we get back on the Wheel of Fortune. Now, since Sisay has been drawing cards forever, actually, StellaLee plays a pact. The reason why she plays a pact is Lavinia will counter it, of course, but he just wants the storm count up. Because StellaLee needs to be, you need to have cast 3 spell to do something. And then we've got Twitch. Twitch with StellaLee, you actually untap and untap, which is infinite combo. Swan Song on this Twitch, making sure that she doesn't combo off. So with Twitch on the stack, you tap Stella to copy Twitch. And then Force of Will on the wheel, pitching Aminatu. And then I tell him, hey, why don't you copy Force of Will? And then Force of Will goes off. We discard and draw. Fierce Guardianship on the Force of Will. Why not? He just drew 7 cards. Make the Sisay captain draws and draws and draws. Looking at my hand, and I'm like, what can I play before we wheel again? And then there's nothing. Oh boy, now the Weatherlight Captain plays a Ragavan. Ragavan with Leyline is 5 colors, so whatever happens, Sisay will come in as a 7/7. Oh boy. So we've got Sisay 7/7. He has, I believe, 6 treasure left. And then he goes and he will activate Sisay. Goes out to grab a Minatu. Then he will flicker Dockside. We don't have any answers, so at this point, the game is pretty much over. Dockside flickers. It's 5 or 7. So he's gonna use Aminatu to create 7 treasures. We'll go get Nicol Boldus. We'll flicker Dockside again. We'll go get Oath of Teferi, and then we've got Infinite Planeswalker activation, which is we couldn't do anything. Congratulations to the Sisay player. First time he wins while we record. Super good game. We've got some ups and downs. We saw the StellaLee go out, and we see the potential that she will have in cEDH. So thank you, everyone. If you got any comments, go into the comments. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching the video. Please like and subscribe, and we will see you next game.